much do you think we can thank Trump's badgering his bully pulpit for this announcement?
He did this with a tweet, Jerry. When you boil it all down to the facts, he did it with a tweet. I mean, you just have to enjoy his ability to use unconventional methods like a tweet. And remember when Obama brought $1.6 billion to the American economy? Oh, wait. You know, this is the president being innovative, being the businessman that his base elected him to be, and getting the job done. If we stop looking at the avenues that he takes to get to winning, we could just look at the winning and be happy about it.
Well, you make a really good point. You do. You know, I was looking at the number of times the president met with business leaders and, CEOs from industries. Since he's been in office, he's met something like 31 times. And he's not always nice to these guys. Sometimes he kind of, is sweet talking them. But other times he's just, I need jobs. What can you do for me? Rachel, what do you say?
Well, absolutely. And he could be tough on them. But here's the deal. They trust him. They know that he understands business. And let's not forget, we just had a $10 billion investment in Wisconsin with Foxconn as well. I can recall back in 2010, we were talking about the Obama and Biden announced recovery summer. Guess who got a recovery summer? It's Donald Trump. And their recovery summer was so lame because they thought they could do it with stimulus and government spending. This is the real deal. Entrepreneurial capitalism.
But let's talk about this deal in detail just a little bit for a second. This is a consolidation, really, between these two companies. They're coming together to build this plant. They're creating this sort of unusual one-time coming together. And it points to the difficulty of expanding manufacturing in this country. I mean, the task that the president has set out for himself, rejuvenating manufacturing, not so easy, Gina.
It's not so easy, but at least he knows how to get it done, Jerry. He understands that cutting regulation is important, that cutting taxes is important. He understands that making our American economy that place that the globalists, by the way, tried to make it not that place. I know that was really bad English, but you get my point. I mean, if we had a globalist in office right now, we would not be looking at these kinds of investments in the American economy. So this is exciting, and it makes me wonder how long it's going to take the regressive left globalists to catch on to the winning and want to be part of it.
All right, let's move on to Uber. Speaking of international, under fire once again after a Wall Street Journal report claiming the company knowingly leased cars to drivers in Singapore that were subject to a recall. Back to the panel, Gina and Rachel. Rachel, to you. This worries me, and I wonder, what should American users of the Uber service, what should they take away from this?
Well, it's hard not to take away a bad view on Uber. I mean, look, they have a great business model. A lot of moms like to put their kids in an Uber, and like to think they're safe. If you don't treat your customers right, if you think you can cut corners, guess what's going to happen? Somebody else is going to fill that market void, and you're going to lose your share of the market. So I think, they got to just buckle down, follow the rules, and continue the good business model they started. Cutting corners like this is really bad business.
Gina, your thoughts?
To Rachel's point, I think that the great thing about the free market, Jerry, and you know this well, is that it does self-correct these things. If Uber's going to continue to do things that are either irresponsible or ducking their heads into political things as they've been known to do, the market's going to react to that, and people are going to make other choices. So it's the great thing about the free market is it always makes up for these sorts of incidents.
Gina and Rachel, thanks for being on. Have a great weekend.